Hey everyone, Ken here with Chalkcouture and Ken's Creations. Today I'm going to bring you the second part in the Bee's Knees Chalk Story collection. We're going to be making this beautiful palette frame using the transfers Home is Where Your Honey Is and Sweeter Than Honey. We will also be using a 4-inch squeegee, scissors, our multi-tool, both the small and mini squeegee, a stir stick, and our brand new fuzzing cloth. Now, I am using our 9x12 palette frame. These come out of the box in white, and they're gorgeous, but I wanted to use our Forget-Me-Not blue to incorporate with other things. Did you know you could paint these on our board, spray a little water on them, and paint them, and then dry it and Krylon spray it, and you can chalk over it, and look at how beautiful it is. Now that our palette board has been sprayed with Krylon sprayed and dried, I can plan my project. I position everything where I want it, and for the honey, I'm going to use Storm and Bumblebee. We're going to fuzz this about 5 to 6 times, and it's actually going to be a little bit off-center because we are going to have a honey stick laying on side of it. Once I have it positioned, I'm going to grab both the multi-tool, small squeegee, and mini squeegee to apply the Storm on the top to represent the jar, and the Bumblebee on the bottom to represent the honey. I always apply the paste on pretty thick, and then you can always remove the excess. But you just want to leave it on thick until you're ready to reveal and then remove the excess, because you don't want that paste to dry on top of it and peel up with the transfer. We'll remove the Bumblebee first, and then we will make sure to remove the Storm, and then we'll do our reveal, and this turned out great. I was so excited it did not peel up my Forget-Me-Not. By sealing with Krylon spray, it worked out amazing. Now we will dry this on the cool setting, and we are going to turn our attention onto the sentiments. I'm going to use bright white on these sentiments. Now this is the second part in a 5-part series, so I want all of the colors to complement each other. And if you watched the first project, we used a lot of the lighter colors in a white board, so I wanted to incorporate the white into this board to complement that board. We'll apply our white Chalkology paste with a small squeegee, and I always apply it on pretty thick, remove the excess, and put it right back into the jar. But look at how amazing this white looks on this Forget-Me-Not. It is absolutely gorgeous. We can turn our attention to the sentiment at the bottom of the palette board. This is where it says Honeybee Farms established 1894. And once again, I cannot stress enough, fuzz, 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 using that fuzzing cloth that has a rougher side and a smoother side. The rough side is to help fuzz and remove a little bit of stickiness, where the smooth side is where you can dry your transfers. I'm going to use Marigold on the tiny little star in the middle and Storm on each side of this. This will incorporate the colors from the bee and then also the marigold of the bees I used on my first project. Of course, we will remove all excess of the white on the bottom first, put it back into the jar. We can also remove the Storm excess and the marigold excess and put it back into the jar, and then lift our transfer off and just look at how amazing it looks. I love how chalk stories, you can use all these different transfers to make a story in whatever room of your house, and everything goes seamless. So we are going to take the honey stick that's going to lean on the honey jar. And for this, we will use Marigold and Bumblebee. Now, you want to make sure this is lined up just right, because it needs to be on the same level as your honey pot, but you want the top of it to be leaning a little bit on the jar. So you'll see me kind of mess around with placement a little bit. Once I have it placed, I'll use a 4-inch squeegee. The stick part will be the marigold, and then the honey part will be the bumblebee, and you'll see the distinction. Once I remove it, I'll take my finger with a little bit of water and mix the two colors together where they meet, and this does a pretty good blend to look like the honey is actually sitting on top of the stick. And look at the reveal on this. It's so cute. It looks like the honey is literally dripping right off of it. The last little element I wanted to add was a little tiny bee flying and resting on the Y of honey. So we will fuzz this up so we don't accidentally pick up our white Chalkology paste, use Bumblebee, remove the excess, and do the final reveal. Look how great this board looks. I absolutely love this project. I love the fact that you can paint our palette boards and use any color in our palette. So look at it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this second project in a 5-part series. Check back for the other 3. Make sure to use the links down below to start your Chalk Couture shopping experience. Thanks, everyone. Bye.